Ben, we've got to do water and feed. What? Come here. Look at, they're waiting for breakfast. They're like, please feed me. So come on, let's get the food.
That was noble.
I'll hold your staff for you.
Okay.
Get a full scoop. We're gonna do two of them.
A half scoop or a full scoop?
Full scoop. We're actually gonna do 2 full scoops. So you're gonna have to make a couple trips. Do still. Go ahead.
Okay. I need help.
I'll help. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, I'm too afraid.
Don't be afraid. I'll help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold that behind. Now, get all the leaves out of here. They're so excited. Look at how excited they are for
They're like
breakfast.
circling around you like.
Can you sprinkle it out right there? It's a handy dandy little. All right, we're gonna do 1 more of those. Okay, go ahead. They're gonna be occupied eating, so you're fine. I'll keep an eye on them.
Go get another scoop.
1 more full scoop. You're doing a good job. Thank you.
Yay! Okay.
Lift it up. Good job. You're welcome. I got it right here. Because you're gonna have to come back out for water. Well done, sir. Well done. And you know what's fun? While they're drinking, once you get water, they'll let you pet them while they're drinking. So get the water, grab the water bowl, hang on to the scooper and grab the water bowl. So when we walk out of here, you're gonna go put the scooper up and the lid on the food and then get water.
You're gonna have to get
I'll
these
watch them. I'll watch them. I'll watch them. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
You
watching.
gotta block them.
I'm blocking, honey. Don't worry. I'll get them. Here, lift this up and go out that way. That may be easier for you. They're good. Go ahead. I've got them. Don't worry. Good job. Well done.
Wait,
Paying
put
attention.
this back first.
Bud. Come on in. Now, want me to show you how to feed them? Wipe your hands down. Wipe your hands behind your hands. Bottom of your jeans. When you're working and you don't have a rag, use the bottom of your jeans.
I've checked the rooster before.
You have?
Yeah.
These 2 are a little bit nervous, but Opal and Maverick are total.
One of my friends at school don't like chickens.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Not everyone's gonna like them.
Ben, go ahead and pet one.
A lot, but they
Don't bite a lot.
Ben, pet them.
They
Do you
don't.
want to sit down beside me and try to chat with me? Oh, look at you. Good. Folks, you better get to the house right now. To the house. Thank you. Is Hawk, and this is Iris.
Okay, so because it looks like a hawk,
Yeah, because it looks like a hawk. You're right. That's why we named it that.
I'll just sit here forever.
Be careful for the poop that's right beside you. Careful for the poop right beside you. And Ben, you know what? Looking at this food, how quick they are wanting to eat it, we may need to do 1 more scoop. I know. 1 more scoop, okay?
It wouldn't be gentle.
No. If a coyote was coming, we'd be a little bit more aggressive.
Okay.
All right, you're fine. They're totally occupied with the water. You've got this. Pay attention to your feet. You're okay. Pay attention to the feet. You're okay. I've got the door. Well done. Good job, Ben. Now that looks perfect. I think they'll be okay for a while now.
Got distracted by the water.
Yep, and the
And
food. Now I need you to make sure that you put that back in the feed bucket And what else do you have to do with the feed bucket?
Close it.
Yes. Make sure it.
I just don't want them to get near the food.
Did you make sure that it clicked? Did you make sure that the lid clicked? So that way it doesn't blow off? Check the lid, make sure it clicked. It's gotta be flat. There we go. Much better, thank you, sir.
Something that we have learned over the years is that a free farm animal is not a good animal. There's usually a reason why it's free. And I'm telling you this, I'm gonna go through a couple different animals for you, and then I'm gonna go into our chicken story, which is the main reason why I wanted to do this video. And some of these animals I do have some great stories for, and I'll probably do some follow-up videos in the future on, especially the horse, one of the horses. But free animals can be a difficult thing. Animals off of Craigslist or informal sources can be a difficult thing if you are new and don't really know what you're looking for. One of our first free animals was a free horse. In fact, he was free and they were willing to drive him 5 hours to get here. He was a thoroughbred Appaloosa. His name was Tell. Very big, huge horse. Tell was kind of a crazy horse. We had some videos up online back when we first got him. He was the type of horse who some of the most well-known trainers in the area wouldn't work with him. He was very much a deadly horse. He knew he was big. He knew how to throw his weight at a person, and that made him dangerous. We did work with a trainer on him because for his sake, he had to learn to become safe. Ultimately, and I'll tell this story a different time in a different video, he didn't have the best demise, and that wasn't to us, but it was because even after our efforts to make him safe, he just was not, he wasn't safe, and somebody didn't like that. We also, we had purchased a couple goats in the past, and they offered us a free billy goat to go with him. They said that he was their brother and he just had to be with them. Totally free goat. He turned out to be a royal butt. I mean, he would butt you everywhere you went. He would walk up to the kids and try and knock them over. He was just a real pain to deal with. He'd pee on everything and he smelled bad. So that goat turned out to not be a good goat. Personality-wise, he was a bad goat. We ended up returning him, keeping the females. Thanks for the free goat, but you can have a free goat back. But yeah, and I think really with billy goats, you're gonna run into that problem regardless of whether or not they're free. They're just different type of animal. I don't know what it is with them. I think the free animal theory goes all the way down to chickens. And we had gone to what they call a flock swap. We did not want to raise our chickens from little chicks because there's a lot of responsibility with that. There's a lot of work to raise a small chick into a laying hen. And we didn't know enough about what we were doing that we felt comfortable starting there with chicks. So we went to a flock swap, which is where people bring different chickens, hens, roosters, all sorts of things, and they sell them in the parking lot of like a feed supply store or something like that. Now, at this particular flock swap, there was somebody, they had some chickens that they were still small in size, but they were only a month or two away from laying. They were okay to go ahead and take outside. Like the special raising part of it was over. So we felt comfortable taking them, and they were free. They were 100% free. We did buy 2 hens there. The free chickens that we took on, we were pretty excited about because we walked in there and we got free chickens. We put folks in there with them and see what happens.
Very funny. Absolutely not.
Let me shut my gate.
Hang on, just one at a time, so I can get it up close. Oh, I guess you can do it now with both, because I'm in a good spot for both.
I think we're gonna have a chicken fight, guys.
No, Husha.
Come on, you can get out. Come on.
So we've got 5 hens
They all get along.
so far. 5 hens and 1 rooster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Got chickens.
Look at this is really fat hen. Oh, I guess those two are.
They're very pretty. Are we sure that that one's not a rooster? I guess not.
No, it's the same as that one. That one is definitely a rooster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody go get Abner. Well, I'll get him. Somebody else wanna.
I'm holding a chicken. That's our chicken. This is Opal. This one's Opal, right?
I think so.
YouTube, meet Opal.
Oh, hi, Opal.
I would let them calm down a little bit before you start picking them up. Let them get used to their environment.
Oh, God.
All you have to do is go for the. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Perfect. She was just scared. Yeah. You're gonna have to just pick, honey.
I want that one to be Iris, the one with the gray.
Okay.
So Opal and Iris. And I don't know what else.
We'll keep.
Hi, Daddy. Iris.
I feel like the
They
rooster
said that
should.
rooster was the sweetest rooster of all of them. That's the one that I petted.
Well, he should have a really masculine name.
Rooster Cogburn.
Arnold.
Arnold Palmer.
You should have Rooster Cog. You should be Rooster Cogburn.
You can call him Kim.
Those look like hawks.
I love this one's colors.
Doesn't it look like a hawk?
This one's peacock.
No.
Because its feathers remind me of a peacock.
You could name it Hawkeye.
What?
Like a Hawkeye. Doesn't
Okay.
it? The feathers look like
Hawkeye.
a hawk. That one's Hawkeye. Yeah?
We could name the other one Ethan.
Ethan Hawk. Ah, that's kind of funny.
What?
No,
I don't
because
get it.
she named that one
Iris.
Iris, and that's Opal.
Opal Iris.
Opal Iris, and that's Ethan.
No, this one's not Ethan.
Ethan Hawk.
No,
Oh, sorry, that one's Hawk.
That one's Ethan.
Which
So
one's
the rooster just
The
became
rooster's
Ethan.
No.
Yeah.
What about these two?
Indy and Jones.
No, we've got a Jones.
No? Indiana Jones.
Nope.
We already got rid of Indy. We have
What
a
about
Jones.
What about I just forgot his name. Oh my goodness. Pirates movie.
Ben and Jerry.
Sparrow. Jack Sparrow.
Jack and Sparrow.
Jack and Sparrow.
So we've got Jack, Sparrow, Opal, Iris, Hawk, and
Ethan.
Ethan. Or the rooster. Or Arnold.
Arnold. It should be Arnold and then Palmer.
No.
I like Arnold.
I like Ethan and Hawk.
Okay, I'm fine with that as long as.
Just Hawk.
No, Hawkeye.
No Hawkeye, just Hawk.
I got it.
Careful for his spurs.
What?
It
What
is
is that?
Ethan.
You're fine. I don't want to hear
Dog.
it. Folks.
This is Ethan. YouTube, meet Ethan. Look at its tail. How pretty it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's Ethan.
Over the wind.
This, YouTube, is Iris. I like the feeling of the feet.
Look at these two are like lone, like they're like in their groups. They're segregated. And what are these, Jack and Sparrow?
Yeah.
Look at their on top of their beaks. I forget what that's called, but where the bone is, the cartilage. I don't know if that's bone or cartilage. I need to look it up. But see if you can find any variations on their beak, and that could be hard to tell.
I need to pick you up.
Those are attributes that should.
I got them. This one has a darker beak. This one has a lighter beak. See it?
Jack and Sparrow.
See the beak difference?
Mm-hmm. So Jack's got a dark beak.
Sparrow's got a light beak. YouTube, meet Jack and Sparrow.
Sparrow's always squinting his eyes too.
I like that rooster. It's pretty.
His name is Ethan, not that rooster, people.
I like Ethan.
Now, they were young enough that we couldn't tell if they were roosters or not, and this is where the free becomes bad. We took on 3, 4, 5 free chickens at this event. As they grew, they were several months away from starting to lay. But as they grew, we started realizing that there were some problems.
Opal and Iris now look like roosters. And, well, so Opal has the spurs, or what looks like the spurs. But Iris and... Hey. I forgot the other one's name. Hawk. Don't. But Iris is starting to really fill out. And I can't tell.
I think we just got a bunch of free roosters, babe.
That's what happens with free.
We had 4 roosters and 1 hen. And you can't have 4 roosters in the same vicinity of each other, or you will get cockfights. And that is exactly what happened. The dogs were going crazy one day. I ran outside. There was a big fight going on. Maverick, the rooster that we kept, was severely ganged up on by the other roosters.
Hey, Mav.
So what we ended up doing was we ended up caging up the other roosters. We took them to a feed supply store that sells hens, roosters, chickens, ducks.
Abner, stop.
There's a PVC pipe right there if you want to shoo them or direct them. Abner, hey, quick. Watch. Do you see that?
What are you doing? Hi, baby. Easy, gentle. Keeping the kitty cat inside? Good job, buddy. Calm down.
Did you get one in?
I got Opal in.
Aha!
One down, one to go. Mean roosters are no more. Wait. Dada. I see you over there, Rooster. Is it funny? Luckily, that one doesn't have spurs yet, or has baby spurs. Were you victorious? Da-da-da! Rooster number 1.
He is not happy.
Doesn't sound very happy.
You hear him?
Yep. How does Opal sound? Off they go. Never to be wholesome again. Hand out of the ickies, please. Nobody's saying. Can you get your fingers out of the ickies, please? Abner, fingers out, or else I'm gonna have to take you out of the window. Listen, what did I just say? Are you yelling to Dada? What are you telling him? Excuse you, Mr. Tudor. Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Who's that? Who's here?
Are you just filming that?
Yes.
Are you filming your cat?
Uh-huh. How do you feel about it now?
They're just roosters.
Oh, and look, we have our lone hen who's like getting to be free and like not get picked on by the boys. Look at the chicken. Look at our little hen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's out. See, I knew it. Those boys were not letting her out, were they? Oh. I wonder if she's looking for the boys or if she's thankful. She looks like she's trying to get through the fence. There's Maverick's getting to go back in now. Poor guy got beat up by the other roosters. This is what happens when you have too many roosters. Uh-oh. It's a good thing that the feed store is gonna let us give them the roosters. Huh? Dada, he's telling you to come here. Abner's going.
What you want? Daddy just released the Maverick.
Just be ready to step in case they're grumpy to each other. Oh, poor guy. He's such a little one. Maybe he's not a rooster.
They're being friendly to each other.
Okay. He definitely has big spurs. It's definitely a he.
The other ones are pretty.
Pretty mean.
An unfortunate situation.
It is an unfortunate situation.
I mean, some of those roosters were really pretty roosters, really big ones. But there was no way that we could keep all the roosters, and nobody was going to want the rooster that was half dead. We obviously nursed him back to health. He's our rooster now. He's a very pretty, very small rooster. We think he might have some Moran in him, but he's obviously, I think he's a mutt of some sort. We're not really sure what kind of rooster he is, but it's nice to have a rooster around But the rest of them being roosters, I mean, there isn't much you could do with the roosters. I guess you could make, you know, chicken soup or something, but they're not, they don't have the fleshy meat that chickens have. They don't lay eggs. They protect the flock, but they don't offer a significant value. And so what had turned out to be 5 free birds eventually turned out to be, or maybe it was 4. I think it was 4. I think we got 4 free birds. We ended up with 2 that we kept. One was a hen and one was a rooster. So the moral of the story is a free chicken's a bad chicken most of the time. If you're looking at chickens, stay tuned because I'm going to be doing some videos on how we've gotten our chickens over the years, what has been the best choice in getting those chickens, fatal mistakes that we've made with our chickens, and how we've kind of evolved with the whole chicken raising scenario. But I wanted to do this video just to kind of show and explain to you why, you know, free farm animals in general aren't a good idea. If they're free, there's usually a catch. Even beyond that, just the chickens in general, a free chicken's not a good idea. You can run into problems. What happens is when people are hatching their own chickens, you don't know if it's going to be a male or a female unless they're bred a certain way. When we go and buy chickens, generally it will tell you whether it's guaranteed to be a hen or whether it's just a mixed batch and nobody really knows. And that's important to take into consideration when you're starting off with the smaller chicks, which when I do that video, I would highly suggest you do. It's just as important to build a relationship with these animals as it is any other animal that you have. The only way that you can build that relationship is with a baby chicken. So once they get older, and that's the other problem with the rooster and the hen that we got for free. They're very skittish of us. They don't like to be held. They don't like us to come near them. If we have to coop them up or get them in a certain area, it becomes a difficult challenge. And then them mixed in with our other hens and chickens, they start passing off the paranoia. So we probably will never buy again older chickens, even if they're not, you know, fully grown yet. We'll probably never take a free chicken again. You know, like I said, it's not those people's fault. I think they didn't know, but I also think that they took the ones to the flock swap that they were the most suspicious of being hens. I still couldn't tell you from looking at a young chicken the difference between a rooster and a hen, but as they get older, you know, there's definitely some traits that stand out. Ones that we picked up on. We were hoping that we weren't picking up on the fact that they were all roosters, but they were, and it turned into a fiasco. So stay away from free. If you're gonna do this, invest. It'll save you time and money and headache in the long run to just actually make some sort of investment. A chick is only a few dollars, depending on the kind that you're buying, so they're very inexpensive. There's really no reason to, you know, go spend money. And when I do our chick raising videos, you'll see how easy it is to raise them, why it's better to raise them yourself, and there are a lot of benefits to that I'll cover in that video. And whenever I do that video, it'll be posted up there somewhere.